Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far and welcome to today's video where I have a ludicrously priced highlighter from Sisley. This is the new Launch Day highlighter. As you may know if you've been here before, I'm a huge fan of the equally ludicrously priced blushes from this same line. So when I heard that this was coming, I was beside myself with glee. Not at the price, obviously, but at the premise that there would be a highlighter to match those stunning Launch Day blushes with the most seamless, elegant, glorious glow that they have to their finish. That's what I'm hoping this highlighter is going to give us, and it had better for the price tag. So if, like me, you are in fact curious, unfortunately, as to how amazing can a highlighter possibly be, could it possibly be worth £102? Let's hope not. Did it in fact cook me lunch and choose my clothes and do my makeup for me today? We're going to find out, but without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so the Sisley Launch Day Highlighting Powder, as per the brand, is an illuminating powder that depicts a pearly veil to reflect light and enhance the complexion. Its ultralight, imperceptible powder gel texture melts seamlessly into the skin, leaving a natural finish with no powdery effect. Easy and quick to apply, it effortlessly lets you build intensity as desired, from a subtle, barely there glow to a more pronounced radiance for a sophisticated look. Its universal colourless shade adapts to all skin tones, revealing the unique beauty of every complexion. So a lot of my favourite words when it comes to cheek products in there. That powder gel texture, that really speaks to me. Any mention of pearl or pearly when it comes to a highlight, that sophisticated, subtle, radiance, colourless, all of these are things that I really look for when it comes to a highlighter. But I have owned this now for a week or so and I've used it several times, and I agree with some of this information and I disagree with some other bits of the information. So as I said at the beginning, this will set you back 102 English pounds. I don't yet have the US dollars amount because I don't think it's launched there yet. I couldn't find it easily. If you are in the US and you know where this is available, please let me know in the comment section down below and I will scope out the price point for you, but I'm sure it will be coming very, very soon. Here in the UK, it is £102 and that is for 12 grams of product, so quite a large amount. Let's take a look close up and do some swatching. So the packaging, as you would expect from Sisley, and especially at this price point, is magnificent. Very, very beautiful. Feels very luxurious, weighty and beautiful, but still subtle and elegant. Sisley stamp there, and it opens by push button very easily. And here is where you get that wow factor, that stunning orchid print, exactly as per the blushes. Just gorgeous. I love that there's no extra colour in there. It's all one beautiful colour, so that makes the embossing a little more subtle and elegant. So fragrance wise, unusually for such a high luxury brand, I smell nothing. Now I do want to note that on the back of the highlighter it does say golden. That's the name of the shade. So although Sisley are calling this colourless in the description, the name of the highlighter says golden. That also suggests to me that we may get some more shades, because why give it a shade name if there's only going to be one? You see what I'm saying? So I'm hoping that that means there may be more shades. Now, a lot of you, when I posted my reel with a swatch of this highlighter, commented saying, oh, I wish it wasn't so golden, or that you were really happy it was so golden because it means that you could save your hard-earned money and not be tempted by it. And I thought the same thing when I first swatched it. This is obviously a heavy swipe swatch, and then we've got a blended swatch. Of course, this heavy swatch does look a lot more golden, but that's not how you're going to apply it and how it's going to look on the cheek. That's much more represented by the blended swatch. So you can see that blended out swatch, much less of a noticeable golden hue and much more subtle against my skin tone. Still definitely has like a yellow undertone for sure, but it's not as like yellow as the swipe swatch would suggest. But let's have a look at this on the cheek and see how you feel about it in action. Okay, so using my Sonia G Fan Pro, which is my favourite highlighter brush, I'm just going to apply this to the high points of my cheek there. And as stated, something that I definitely agree with, this is certainly buildable. This like light application initially, it's really subtle, pretty, does melt into the skin, does not look powdery, doesn't leave a cast, it does melt truly into the skin as they claimed it would. So all good so far. Now on this cheek, what I'm going to do is apply it a bit more heavily. So again, we're starting off with that initial light layer that does really melt beautifully, seamlessly into the skin. And now I'm going to add more. So I'm going to build. And here you can see it becomes a little more yellow. So as you're adding the product, it definitely gets a bit more of that gold shade there, and it also becomes a bit more beaming. So here we have like a full built up application, and then you've got the more subtle side. So really beautiful, and it really is adaptable, that if you want to apply more and have a really beaming cheek, you can absolutely achieve that. If you want to keep it more soft, subtle, understated, you also can easily achieve that. So I do agree that it is versatile. I do agree that it is buildable and that you can get something very natural and barely there, or you can get something quite impactful depending on how much you apply and whether you build or not. I do agree that it's really flattering, it's not enhancing my texture, and it is melting into the skin even when built up, and I think it's really beautiful. You can't see it from the front just as it catches the light, which is exactly what I like for my highlighters on my skin tone, and I'm a sort of light medium olive undertone. I'm currently wearing today the 7.5 shade of the Hourglass foundation to give you an idea, and on my skin tone this just melts seamlessly in. It's perfect. What I don't agree with the description that this is colourless. So many of us I know were really hoping, me included, that this was going to be a dupe or a very similar type of product to Chanel's Reve de Camelia. And unfortunately, in my opinion, it's just not. It definitely has much more of a tint or tone or a colour to it than that one. So let's compare. This is the Sisley. Let's have a look at the Chanel Reve de Camelia, which is not quite as pristine as the Sisley because I love her so much. But the special thing, I've said it 100 times about this highlighter from Chanel, is its colourless, its true colourless quality. Both of these highlighters, I've done a swirl on bare skin, there's nothing on my hand, no primer or anything else, and one swipe. And you see how the Chanel just almost disappears. It's almost undetectable as far as the colour, and this is not a blended swatch. Both of these are one heavy swipe finger swatch. That's not it blended out. There it is close up, and you can just see there's a vast amount more colour to the Sisley than there is the Chanel. So no, unfortunately it's not comparable. Another comparison that I was requested to share was the Prada in the golden shade. This is the light shade, which is champagne. This is the closest that Prada has. I'm a huge big fan of the Prada highlighter. This is much more subtle really than the Sisley. The Prada highlighter is one of my all-time favorites. If not, it's probably like my second place to the Chanel Reve de Camelia. It's stunning, but it is very subtle. Again, this is a heavy swatch and one swipe there. I think you can probably see that the Sisley is definitely higher shine and a bit more reflective. The Prada is definitely more subtle. The Prada has a bit of a heavier feel to it. It's kind of like a thicker consistency to the Sisley. Also, if I look really, really close up here, the Sisley definitely doesn't look as smooth as the Prada. So it's really not similar to either of those formulas that I was asked for a comparison to. So hopefully all of that information is helpful to you if you're familiar with these other formulas. For me, I've been absolutely head over heels in love with Reve de Camelia for many years, and what I love about it so much is I can use it winter, summer, spring, wherever my skin tone is at on holiday, in the starkest of winter, and it's never going to not work with my skin tone. It's never going to leave a cast in certain lights. It just is completely colourless and just melts seamlessly into everybody's skin tone. Whether you're super fair or deeper, you can use it because it doesn't have a heavy base to it. The Prada has been one of my favourite go-to everyday highlighters since it arrived. I have it in every shade and I love it so much because it is so understated, which is just my preference. The Sisley is different to both of these, but I still think it's beautiful. It's definitely a bit more of a higher shine highlighter than the Prada and probably than the Chanel, but it's still super beautiful. It's still very flattering. It's still really luxurious and therefore sort of joyful to use because I just enjoy pretty luxury things, especially in makeup form. So I do love pulling this out and using it, and it feels like a treat to use it, and it feels like you're really spoiling yourself with this gorgeous embossing, the gorgeous packaging that feels very luxurious. Definitely a step up from the Prada packaging and the Chanel packaging. But whether that is something that you care about or not is going to be individual to you. I don't think the product itself, forgetting the packaging and the luxury of it all, I don't think it's like wildly unique, special, different, that if you own all these other highlighters that I'm talking about today and a lot more besides, that you need to run out and you're missing out on something if you don't buy it. I think in order for this to be something that you would enjoy and would be a good purchase for you, you need to appreciate the embossing, the brand, the amount of highlighter that you get for that money, because it is quite a large amount. You know, the Chanel is more of a standard amount at 10 grams. You do get a few extra grams for your money there. I think in order for it to be sort of worth it to you, you do need to appreciate and get something out of the stunning, luxurious packaging and presentation of the product. Otherwise, it is a really nice highlighter, but it is just a really nice highlighter. I don't think it's something that is going to change your life. It's not going to buy you dinner or do your makeup for you or put you to bed and tuck you in. I wish it did, but it doesn't. But I think it's beautiful. I'm not disappointed with it. It's certainly a highlighter that I will use a lot and put in my top drawer straight away. And I have been using it and really enjoying it. So I think it's beautiful. Do I think it's worth over £100? Do I think it's wildly better than the Prada or the Chanel Reve de Camelia if you already own that? Of course, that was a limited edition, sadly. No, I have other highlighters I probably like as much as it. I really love the YSL highlighters, for example. I also love my Hourglass highlighters from the palettes. There's a lot of highlighters that I think are really beautiful and that you probably already own. So in order for you to need to buy this or even want to buy this, then it's going to have to appeal to you visually and as the like entire package. So if it doesn't, I don't think this is going to be a highlighter that you're going to apply and think this is like twice as good as the other ones I have. So there you have it. Those are all of my thoughts, demo in comparison to some highly requested formulas and a good old look at this new Sisley highlighter. Please, if you have tried this, let me know all of your thoughts. Do you think it's worth double these other highlighters I've been talking about? Do you not see the point at all? Are you skipping? Please let me know all of your thoughts on this new Launch Today highlighter from Sisley in the comment section down below. But thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, and I would love to see you in the next one. Otherwise, take care for now. Bye 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 bye.